Pinocchio.
Geppetto, a carpenter, made a puppet out of a piece of wood gotten from his friend. He decided to call the puppet Pinocchio.
I wish you were alive,
said Geppetto to Pinocchio. That night, a blue fairy came to Pinocchio, who was left alone.
Well, why don't I make Geppetto's wish come true?
As soon as the blue fairy touched Pinocchio with her magic wand, Pinocchio could now move his body and walk on his own. Geppetto was so happy when he saw Pinocchio walking like a real person.
Now you are my son!
Geppetto wanted to send Pinocchio to school and sold some of his clothes since he didn't have enough money. On his way home from school, Pinocchio sold his reading book bought by his father to watch a puppet show. The owner of the theater, giving a golden coin to Pinocchio, said,
You don't want to just sell your book to watch a puppet show. Go buy your father's clothes and books with this money.
Pinocchio ran into a fox and a cat on his way home with the coin.
Pinocchio, if you bury money in the magic meadow, money trees will grow and you'll get to have plenty of money.
Pinocchio did bury the gold coin in the ground and watered it. Then he took a rest under a tree, as the fox and the cat had told him to. But when he came back, the fox and the cat had disappeared. Pinocchio dug in the ground, but the coin had already been gone. So he went to see a judge.
How could a small boy like you be robbed of so much money?
The judge threw Pinocchio in jail. Pinocchio lied to the blue fairy, who came to the jail to see him.
I lost my coin in the middle of the road.
Then Pinocchio's nose began to grow longer.
Pinocchio, if you tell more lies, your nose will grow again.
The fairy told the woodpeckers to peck the nose, and Pinocchio got his nose back again.
Hey, little boy, why don't you come to Toyland with me?
A coach driver called Pinocchio on his way home.
Sure, I'll come.
At the Toyland, they gave cookies to people. Pinocchio ate them as many as he wanted to. Then, his body was suddenly covered with hair, and his ears and tail grew longer. Pinocchio was fooled by people who turned kids into donkeys. Pinocchio, now a donkey, was sold to a circus team. While he danced and jumped through hoops, he broke his leg. The leather dealer threw useless Pinocchio into the ocean. Splash! When Pinocchio went into the water, many fish bit his donkey skin. Luckily, Pinocchio came back to a wooden puppet that he had been. In the meantime, a huge whale swam towards him and swallowed him down. There was a dim light shining inside the whale's dark body. What a surprise! Geppetto was right there.
Father!
Oh, Pinocchio!
Geppetto turned out to be swallowed by the whale while he was out looking for Pinocchio. When Geppetto set a bonfire, thick smoke filled the whale's belly. As the whale opened its big mouth and sneezed, Pinocchio and Geppetto flew out of the whale's mouth. The wooden puppet Pinocchio carried his father on his back and swam in the ocean until he got to the seashore. There was the blue fairy waiting for Pinocchio.
Pinocchio, you saved your father. How brave you are. I'm going to turn you into a real boy.
Kind Pinocchio then lived with his father Geppetto happily ever after.